Oh yeah, what's that?
Yeah, back when I started in
Yeah,
2018, there were some community pages, not very much community pages, like three or four, but something that the gametographers did back then that still do that is completely different is that you don't just retweet everything from everyone. And
right.
some people might like it and some people might not like it, but the thing that the at least in my point of view that the gametographers always try to do is to not put names out there, not a single photographer out there, not get people to be known, but the art itself of
Yes,
gametography. The
yes.
and it's really really different. The question was going to be if there is a reason for that, if there is a reason for trying to move if that occurred naturally or if it was something that it was discussed between all of you back then.
No, it's something that we I think it was just natural in those of us uh that started the community where we're all about support. We were all about supporting other people. That's kind of what I do in my day to day. My regular job, my full time job, I work for a nonprofit that is
Oh,
uh
my light,
that
sorry, my
oh no
light
worries.
went off.
Are you going to be editing at all?
3 hours later.
I work for a nonprofit who is their mission is to instill life and hope in the youth of the world, and that's part of who I am. That's what we do for the gametographers. My Our mission is to provide a supportive and loving community that feels the need for a place of belonging to the unique creatives known as virtual photographers. So basically, we are the conservative hippie commune coffee shop.
I love that you said that.
We're not really lax with we like to be family friendly. Even if there's a bunch of young adults in there, but we have some folks that are pretty young, and we need to realize that we are influencing those minds. So what you say, what you do, what you post is going to be influencing more than just that small group
And
that you're a part
something
of.
that at least I didn't realize until I started to be more active in Discord is that only because they are on Twitter, on Instagram, or anywhere else doesn't mean that they are kids. Because if they have a photo of Kratos in their profile pic, but they aren't Kratos, they aren't as old as Kratos, it can be a kid. And
Yeah,
I personally never clicked with me before. I was my social media presence before all of this, before 2018, was very familiar, like only friends and family, close friends and
yeah,
family. So this that bubble burst a long time ago. I speak with people from India, from the United States, from China, from everywhere, and it's incredible because people don't actually think about that. About we are communicating with children also,
yes,
and it gets rough sometimes
yeah,
to not.
yeah.
And actually,
I have,
that's the next question. But yeah, go ahead.
I have kids that show up in my feed in my streams, and and it says that it's a mature stream. I could be playing Disney Infinity, but it comes up as a mature feed, because for me it's not about your age. It's about, are you mature? I know 15-year-olds that are way more mature than some of the folks that show up in my stream.
Yep. Yeah,
You know,
I know that.
so yeah, say yeah.
Okay, Lam. We both know that I like to make art questions. and to put
Uh-huh.
people on the spot.
Oh, darn it. Yes, you do.
Uh,
I
this
already regret.
this thank you for trusting me and being my first guest, because you knew nothing about this and still you went with it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so you just said something that we are the hippie commune coffee shop, but the truth is that sometimes things get a little bit out of hand, and the nerves, etc., etc., and
Yeah.
people argue in the Discord sometimes.
Yes.
As part of the leadership, I actually know part of the answer to this question, but how do you deal with those kind of situations? It,
The way I see it, and I look at our community as a family. And in my household family, we have arguments. We have heated discussions. It's not just heated discussions. Sometimes we have flat out argument. Some people like to nice it up and say, "Oh, they're just heated discussion." Nah, man, people mad. um,
I'm the youngest of five, so I know what. Yeah,
right?
things have flown in my house while
Yes.
while I was growing up.
um, but the fact of the matter is, it doesn't mean that I don't love them. It doesn't mean that I don't care about them. It doesn't mean that when they upset another family member, that both family members need. It doesn't mean that they both are not part of it and need to come together as well. So how I deal with it is I try to be very open and honest with individuals, but with that individual and not everybody. So if there's something big going on in there, I might take it offline or into a private chat and be like, "Hey, let's chat for a second and get to the root of what the issue is." Because sometimes if I'm arguing with Dot Pone in chat, which actually doesn't happen, but I'm using us as an example.
It never
I'm
happened. It might
yeah,
happen in the future.
yeah, it's a
It will.
possibility. So
It won't, but yeah, it can happen.
if I'm arguing with Dot Pone, 93% of the time, it's not because I'm upset with Dot Pone. It's because of something else that happened in my life outside of the gametography community. And I come in here and I'm already heated about it. And then somebody says something that it might annoy me. Like any other day, if I'm having a decent day, not even a great day, but a decent day, and somebody said something, it would annoy me. That thing is going to set me off. And I'm going to come at you hard.
You you telling me that right now actually
Yeah.
reminded me of one of the only times that I enter a discussion in the Discord, and it was something like that. It was a bad
Yeah.
day. The person spoke at the wrong time, and I flipped. And it
Yeah.
actually really, really rarely it happens to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to not go online when I'm mad.
Oh, good Lord, no. Nah, man. You can't go online when you're mad.
Yeah,
There's already stupid people.
but but the thing is, what do you do when going online is the thing that calms you down?
That's where you go online, and I've had this. I've had discussions with people in our Discord privately about things when I'm upset about something, and I have to go online because it's about something in my household. I'm upset. I might be upset with my wife. I might be upset with my kids. But I already told. I said this before, but our buddy Surf and Disney Pix Chick and Lady Snipe Shot already have a running bill for my therapy sessions. So, I mean, you find those people that you can trust, that have earned that trust. And I think part of that is when people reach out, you don't ignore them. Don't ignore that somebody said something in chat. I know there have been instances where people have said things in our Discord and nobody's responded, to my knowledge anyway. Nobody's responded. So I PM them and find out, yeah, nobody responded. I'm the only one to have responded. And I want to encourage you, if you're watching from your communities, anybody that's in your communities, and somebody, you could have the, hey, we're trying not to bring people down type of discussions, or in your rules, and we want to stay away from XYZ in your rules. But if somebody asks and somebody says something, it's because they are reaching out because they need you. It's not about, I'm trying to break the rules. It's about, I've got nobody else to go to, so I'm going to somewhere where I have to break the rules to discuss this. So take that and take that offline, take that into a private conversation and be like, hey, that's not necessarily what we talk about here in Discord, but I want to be here for you. DM me.
Well, yeah, that's, but that's very true. If someone reaches out to you, the least you can do is listen. Like,
yeah,
you don't have to help. Most of the time people, you won't be able to help that person because you are in the other side of the world or
You're right.
the other side of the country, but at least listen. At least give them a place that they can speak freely.
Exactly.
Okay, I lost myself a bit.
Track!
Going off track. It's
That's what we
actually
do,
something that I want to do with this, is not stick to the script, go
Yeah.
off track as much as possible. So, to you as an individual, how does it feel to see something that is growing as much, that something that you are so passionate about growing as much as gametography is growing?
We came up with a term a little bit ago. Disney, Lady Snipe did it again. Every time I want to say one, I want to say the other. I say the other. Lady Snipeshot and I use this term that I used with her once, and it's called prellis. It's where you see something and that you've had a hand in, and you are so crazy proud of it. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's so fantastic. But at the same time, you're as equally jealous that you are not to the point where other people are. I am prellis on gametography or virtual photography or fancy screenshots. However you want to say it. I am so prellis of so many people in this, in what we're doing. Uncle Drew took a step back because he was like, I can't keep up with the. I'm a paraphrase. I can't keep up with these young kids out here doing their thing. Oh, get off of my lawn! But no, some of these, but there's so many people that have grown, not just in following, but in being an inspiration to others. And I think that's a big thing. It's not just numbers. And numbers to some degree count. But I think what I'm more prellis of is the people that have come on the scene, not in my vision, not necessarily to say that they weren't out there when I was first starting and doing it, because they could have been, but they just weren't in my vision. They weren't in my community or my part of this gametography world. But to see them like skyrocket and work with developers and do like, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is going to make it so much easier for the new kids coming in doing the things. And that's kind of where we started. We were like, our job, and I have to remind myself of this all the time so I am not more jealous than proud, is My job was to start and get the name or the concept of virtual photography into the mainstream. And whatever little bit I could do to help do that is my job. My job isn't necessarily to work with developers. My job isn't necessarily to win contests or be recognized or anything like that. My job is to say, hey, look at this cool picture. I took this in a video game. What do you think about that? Oh, wow, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that. That's right. Hey, you want to see somebody really good? Go check out my boy Dot Pong. He's super good. He's got 30,000 billion followers.
I wish.
And developers are asking him to join their team, but he's like, nah, man. But go check him out. And that's what's happened.